How does it feel? Do you get to the point where you guys are butting heads with the first 6 episodes?
We can't. I don't know if we're at liberty to talk about that so much.
I butt heads with both.
But yeah.
Or 6.
Yeah. But sorry, what was the question?
Trying to see where you
Do you two butt heads?
Do we butt heads?
You two butt heads.
Little. It's not too stacked, but it's getting close. It's a tough opener.
So, with the comics, did you guys, when you heard about the project, did you look at them before you went in for meetings, or did you just know, like, I want to approach it blind? What was your approach with regards to the source material?
I read the comics in between. I was going to read just the first comic to get a sense of how it looked, just the very first one. Bought the first one between my first audition and my second audition for Frank. I got to the end of it and kind of turned to my husband. I was like, can you watch Kid for the next half hour? Drove to the comic book store. I was like, can I clear this shelf off? And got relatively hooked pretty quickly. And to be honest, saw a lot that I absolutely wanted to be involved in. And from the perspective of playing Laurie, saw a lot that I wanted to talk to Frank about, you know, in terms of what about softening this, what about giving a rationale for that, what about, you know, how do we connect her sharp edges with something, with the parts of her that we haven't seen in the comic, into something with a real beating heart. And we've talked a lot about that. So, you know, the comic gave me a lot of food for thought and also a lot of food for maybe fleshing things out a little bit more. I don't want to say deviation, but deviation.
Guys?
When I read the
We're so tired.
sorry, man. No, when I read the script, I was blown away, just completely blown away. It wasn't presented to me as a zombie script, or I had no idea about the comic, nothing, completely uneducated in it, and I just, as a script, it was so rich, and what Rick goes through in the pilot, just from reading it, it just blew me away, and the dialogue is so truthful and descriptive, and you know, I feel like the thing about comics, I'd never read comics before, but my sense of them and my experience with them is that they're real fodder for the imagination. You know, I mean, they offer you these wonderfully suggestive pictures and these great captions, and then it's sort of up to you and your imagination to fill in the blanks and like Sarah said, to give these people heartbeats, you know, and I don't know, I love the sort of mingling of these two things, because we're really been given that opportunity now, and we're in the absolute best hands possible to be sort of guided through that process. Yeah, I got a scene through, and it wasn't, as John said, I didn't know it was a zombie. You wouldn't have known it was a zombie genre piece from what I read. Then I got the scripts and thought it was brilliant and like nothing I'd ever read before. And then, like Sarah said, I went out to the comic book store and started reading, and couldn't believe it. It was the most extraordinary world and characters that I'd ever read, and I wanted it.
One of us. One of us.
Looks like we got ourselves a reader.